Hey, this is Dave Britton with Lobo Business Sales LLC. I want to talk a little bit about buying a business in the post COVID 19 environment. Now, what will this mean? What will it look like? There's going to be a lot of different mechanisms that need to be used when you look to acquire a business now than you looked at when you were purchasing just 6 or 9 months ago. Some of those items included are going to be provisions in your contract that adhere to different types of protection in case of another outbreak or another shutdown. As an example, you need to have something that's known as a kick-out clause in any type of lease that you're signing. Keep in mind that when you buy a business, your risk is not only ascertained by the purchase price of the business, but also the ongoing lease payments that you're putting your name to. A lot of these leases will have a personal guarantee. And if you don't have some type of mechanism in there, some people might call it business interruption, others are kick-out clauses, but something in there that highlights that if there's another shutdown, at the very least, that you need to have a deferment of your lease payments. You're not asking to completely eliminate them. You can have them added to the back end, but you need to have some type of protection there for you. If there's an unwillingness to do this, you need to look into business insurance for what's known as business interruption insurance. Now, please understand, this is not legal advice. This is just common sense advice. Always talk to your insurance professional and your attorney on what's right for you. But what we want to highlight is that although this may be one of the most opportune times in a buyer market perspective that we've seen in generations, it also has inherent risk that is outside of your control. When you have a government that can come in and say your business is closed and there is zero that you can do about it, that is an inherent risk that you need to be able to quantify or walk away from a transaction. When you're able to do that, you're able to take advantage of, once again, one of the most favorable buy-side markets that we've seen in a long time. For those that are looking at a little bit more on the risk appetite level, going into any of the hospitality arenas provide an immense amount of upside if there's a return back to normal. Now, keep in mind, you may be a little early to the party, for lack of better words. If you are not able to own or operate at 100% capacity, keep in mind you're probably going to be on a cash flow negative basis. You need to incorporate this in your business plan. Now, when you look at that and you can say, okay, I'll run cash flow negative for 12 months. What is the savings cost effective that you have? If it's in your favor, you move forward with those caveats that I mentioned before. In absence of them, it's a pass. On businesses that are not affected as much on a restriction on seat count or things of that nature, when you're talking about essential businesses or home-based businesses or maybe even distribution or something that can be run outside of the social distancing aspect that we're being accustomed to now, you need to jump on those businesses. I did a video prior talking about the importance of September 27th if you're looking to acquire utilizing the SBA 7A program or the 504 program. With these, just as a refresher, as long as it's closed and in good standing before September 27th, 6 months or up to 6 months of your principal and interest payments will be made for you. This in and of itself is a huge advantage on top of what will already be a generalized softening in the asking prices for these cash flowing assets. Even on assets that have no going concern, are strictly a stripped out or closed down business, some of those build outs and equipment alone may be worth more than the asking price. Keep in mind that the risk that you're taking is signing of a new lease. So, as a summary, you want to look at all the businesses that are out there, and if you are looking to purchase your first business or scale and grow via acquisition to your second, third, fourth, or maybe 25th business, now is the time. This window is going to close astronomically fast when everything goes back to normal. Take advantage of these situations so you can build solid cash flow and explode your net worth. This is Dave Britton with Lobo Business Sales, wishing you unlimited success. Keep the entrepreneur spirit shining bright.